Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. This is episode 45. Last time we did what Pride had wrought and it was incredible. There was just so much going on and I loved the Elven lore, and Morrigan drank from the well and now possesses all of the knowledge of like the ancient Elven people, I suppose. She's got it coursing through her veins, but she has paid a price. Apparently bound to the will of Mythal with that one in mind, and she wants us to speak with her, but we will not be proceeding with the final piece because we've got a lot more to do. So we're going to be jumping into this episode talking with our people, getting updates on what they're all going to be thinking about with that main quest out of the way, and then we'll decide what to do from there. Let's get into it. Hello, sorry to interject really quickly. I'm going to cut off that episode to just dive into this. We're back here. Why are we back here, you say? I have been alerted. The authorities have been alerted and they've come to arrest me for not getting lore. I used a special dialogue option that unfortunately cut off the investigate options with Abalas, apparently. So it's a good thing that I made a save file before making a choice to either respect the rituals or not. Because we're right here. So we're going to just head into... Oh shit, no, I have to complete the rituals. I'm going to complete the rituals, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do those investigate options because apparently there's some good stuff in there. So let's dive in. I think I missed this Mosaic of June last time, which is annoying because that codex will forever be lost to time. Each elven god represents an aspect of their ancient civilization, each story a metaphor for this aspect. June's is least understood. Depictions stretch back to ancient Arlathan, but he appears most seldom of all their deities. Dalish legend says June is a god of crafts and building, but the oldest depictions have none of the tools the Dalish associate with him. June's role may have changed over time, or simply cannot be understood today. As the elves fell, ancient Tevinter spared little thought to preserving any Dalish culture not convenient or understood. So, we've seen the mosaics of the other ones in the different rooms, and June was not included. Because June was out here, interestingly enough, so there you go. Something I missed the first time completing these rituals is Iron Ball and Blackwall disapprove of you doing the Elven rituals, which is really interesting. Iron Ball, sure, but like Blackwall? He's just like, fuck the Elven rituals, jump in the hole. It's weird. Alright, here we go. Let's get some lore.
'Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
We're being watched.
Vanavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You have the features of those who call themselves Elven. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abalas. We are Sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Okay, so we went with specials straight away, but we've missed out on these. There you go. Cool, good options.
So, you're elves from ancient times, before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan.
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. we endure. The Virabalasan must be preserved.
I spent I spent a significant portion of last episode going, for God's sake, the Elven people have so much, like, separation within themselves and so much infighting and, like, you're not true elves, all that kind of stuff. They warred against themselves. The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. Oh, my lord.
What is this Virabalasan exactly?
It is a path, one walked only by those who toiled in Mithal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
Okay. I guess that was the lore that we missed, which was important to get. Wasn't like a significant amount, but like still, I keep forgetting to do investigate before special sometimes.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mithal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these Sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
Remember that I am doing an alternate outcome, so I just want to see how this goes.
I refuse.
As you wish. Our duty is clear. The Virabalasan shall not be usurped, even if I must destroy it. Masal Dinan.
No!
Morrigan!
Okay, so I have a question. Blackwall disapproves of you completing the Elven rituals, but then Blackwall also disapproves of you allying with and respecting the ancient elves. Confusing. We're gonna load a autosave because I'm also going to check what Solas has to say when we we're also going to check what Solas has to say when we ask him what to do.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Solas, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service by virtue of our shared blood? He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
Oh, damn. Oh, and we get to do our choice as well. Okay. That was actually quite insightful. He clings to all that remains of his world because he lacks the power to restore it. Do you think Corypheus is like a little bit the same? Obviously he wants something more, something greater, but he is a man out of time. He is completely out of his depth, and all that he knows is his previous goal from when he was cast out by the Maker. Oh, we've got mosaics here as well. Song to Falon Din. The people swore their lives to Falon Din, who mastered the dark that lies, whose shadows hunger, whose faithful sing, whose wings of death surround him thick as night. Lethanavir, Master Scryer, be our guide through shapeless worlds and airless skies. Song to Falon Din, found in the Temple of Mithal.
Who is this meant to be?
Falon Din, overseer of funerals and guide to the elven dead. I have heard the Dalish invoke him on their deathbed, or before quests from which they expect no return.
Oh, wow. None of the other mosaics have prompted an actual dialogue. That's awesome.
My clan's hunters asked for his blessing when we fought bandits. Our keeper taught them the prayers.
I do not believe they sing songs about Falon Din's vanity.
Go ahead. You must have a legend for us.
It is said Falandin's appetite for adulation was so great, he began wars to amass more worshippers. The blood of those who wouldn't bow low filled lakes as wide as oceans. Mythal rallied the gods once the shadow of Falandin's hunger stretched across her own people. It was almost too late. Falandin only surrendered when his brethren bloodied him in his own temple.
Oh. Okay.
My clan never told a story like that about Falandin.
The further the Dalish spread, the further their stories branch and grow. Never mistake them for arbiters of true Elven culture.
I'm in two minds about Solas, right? Because he clearly has negative views on Dalish and obviously city elves as well by extension, and anything that isn't like a true elf. He empathizes and relates more with these Sentinels than anything else because they're probably as close to what he appreciates. I don't know, it's weird. Like he clearly has spent so much time in the Fade researching and searching what Elven culture is and the truths of all these myths and legends, and then he just goes actually to everything because he seems to know how these things actually have played out. And then when we challenge those, he's like, yeah, well, that's because your Dalish clans are stupid, and it's it's not the Dalish's fault, it's not the Dalish's fault. There are Dalish who seek to understand those ancient, older Elven secrets and knowledge, though, like Merrill. And again, this is just another one of those situations where it's really interesting to look at sort of Dalish clans with that in mind. Of that they're don't go poking your nose in stuff, even though seemingly that would be how to discover the truth of the matter. Apparently all you need is the ability to just walk through the Fade as a dreamer and go, oh wow, it turns out that that's actually the thing. This was the truth all along.
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
I'm currently looking at things because it seems that I've missed some mosaics. Yes, mosaic of Andriel as well. Okay. I guess they're both the same one. Elven god Andriel. One day, Andriel grew tired of hunting mortal men and beasts. She began stalking the Forgotten Ones, wicked things that thrive in the abyss, yet even a god should not linger there. In each time she entered the void, Andriel suffered longer and longer periods of madness after returning. Andriel put on armor made of the void and all forgot her true face. She made weapons of darkness and plague ate her lands. She howled things meant to be forgotten, and the other gods became fearful Andriel would hunt them in turn. So Mythal spread rumors of a monstrous creature and took the form of a great serpent, waiting for Andriel at the base of a mountain. When Andriel came, Mythal sprang on the hunter. They fought for 3 days and nights, Andriel slashing deep gouges in the serpent's hide, but Mythal's magic sapped Andriel's strength and stole her knowledge of how to find the void. After this, the great hunter could never make her way back to the abyss, and peace returned. Plague ate her lands is blight stuff, right? This all feels very Darkspawn blight, because stalking the Forgotten Ones, is that that's the archdemons perhaps? But this is all also related to the elves? That's my first thought. A lot of snake imagery in this game, all of the artwork and Tevinter stuff, and Mythal took the form of a great serpent. Will they talk about this as well?
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondrul. Lady of the Hunt.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Andrul. Okay. I've been saying Andril, or now I forget how I say it. Pretty sure I've been saying Anduril, because that just sounds quite Elven to me, but also I pronounce anything Elven how I would have heard it in Lord of the Rings, you know what I mean? That is the base for how I pronounce Elvish words. Anduril. Okay. I like how I said it better. Again, this is a Galarnane situation.
Truly? I wonder if that is why Andrul's patron animal is the hare. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Anduril. I don't like Anduril. Like the il feels like it's necessary at the end, you know what I mean?
My clan avoided human settlements. Never mind raiding them.
A sound tactic, if one has room to maneuver out of harm's way. Other Dalish clans do not keep so scrupulously hidden.
Okay, nothing from Solas that time. And we reloaded to have another look around, but primarily reloaded so we can dive into this hole and see what happens if we follow Samson and don't respect the rituals. It's crazy how there's like, you never know what's going to randomly end up being like missable or very important. Like there's mosaics here that actually have dialogue associated with them, but then the mosaics later on that we checked out do not. So there you go. Let's see what happens if we follow Samson through.
Will you abandon these rituals,
hole.
Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no
I suggest we step carefully, Inquisitor.
Yes.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
It is difficult to say. Corypheus's people clearly accessed some manner of tunnel. This place seems less a simple temple and more a complex or a fortress, like Skyhold.
But with more ambushes.
Can always rectify that upon return, Inquisitor.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
Okay. Okay, so it'll be fighting time. What is hitting me? Where's the archer? Where's the long-range fighter?
All left to worry about.
Let's see if there's more lore to discover down here. It's there's a veil fire thing in the distance, and it's dark as hell down here. I could definitely use that veil fire now. Okay, we got a magic barrier. No one wants to help me with this barrier, huh? Alright, let's see if we can find anything. We haven't had much luck with our Veilfire lately. Okay, you guys fight. I'll search. Ah, thank you. Very close. Okay, this is really annoying because this is just more of that other stuff. So, untranslatable Elven writing. We found this... yeah. We found this similar stuff when we were following that Sentinel by the mosaic pieces. And it just kind of annoys me. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, God damn it. Ooh, what's this? Via Banalras, rogue only. Most Dalish hunters follow the Via Tanadal, the way of the three trees, that consists of 3 codes of wisdom to which they adhere. Seldom spoken of, however, is a 4th way, the Via Banalras, the way of shadow. Assuming it when a debt of blood must be repaid, such hunters dedicate themselves to vengeance and nothing else. Thus were born the legends of Dalish assassins. Exclusive rewards to, oh, elf-trained rogue only. Damn it, it's exclusive to your Inquisitor then, because we don't get any elf rogues in, damn it. I can't even see what it looks like. I think I could see what it looks like in maybe a different menu, but that's a shame. I want to know what it... I can only get a little glimpse of it in the preview.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Unreadable, my favorite type of codex entries, the one where you can't read it. I love that so much. It's right on the other side of this. Okay. Guys, attack the door? I don't know. Use the veil fire on it. Of course it's right on the other side. Oh. Oh! Oh, no way. Oh. I see. Okay. Now do we do it over the other side? Okay. I'm like, how do I get across to the other side of the wall? Alright. There's gonna be secret shit on the actual walls themselves. Very clever. Okay. Now I guess we go over this side and through there and do the same thing. I missed the door. It all makes sense now. Okay. Something has opened. Here. Nice. Oh, wait, it doesn't say unreadable. It doesn't say unreadable. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Okay, I got so excited for nothing. Wait. Oh, this isn't even a new area. It's the same area. I'm just where I was. Okay. Hang on. Let's go... Oh. This is where we started. And then we can just go through there instead of going left. All right. That doesn't open up anything new at all. We just get some loot, I suppose. And more unreadable writing. Okay. I think that about does it for this section.
"'Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?"
Okay, so we're just in this chamber still, but without respecting the rituals. Okay, so basically everything here, once you get into this room, goes as normal, except obviously you didn't respect the rituals, so they're like, we are going to attack you, and obviously that makes things more difficult for you. But there you go. There was some additional Temple of Mythal stuff. We got some additional lore, some dialogue, and exploration in the crypts. And now we can get back to the main episode. We've completed another main quest, which means... Aha, correct. Yeah, dude. The final piece. The final piece. That's the last quest. Oh shit, we can talk to him. He's actually stood in front of it as well. The game is making you understand what the fuck's going on right now. That's for sure. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what this means. Like, is the choice like me and Morrigan, or is it like Samson, Corypheus and Morrigan? Oh, dude, it's... Okay, so... Well, this one's different because I think this is the person who drinks, because, like, that looks like there's another person. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out, but I can't. That could be Mythal, or like something that's like representative. The Alluvian in the middle? I don't know. This one's tough, actually. It's tough to really break down.
The Temple of Mythal was extraordinary. In all my journeys, I never dreamed of finding anything like it. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. We're just winging it, dude. We're under attack. Damn. Now, these are all pretty good answers. I haven't thought about it.
The war proved that we can't go back to the way things were. I'll try to help this world move forward.
You would risk everything you have in the hope that the future is better. What if it isn't? What if you wake up to find the future you shaped is worse than what was?
What would you rather do? Let Corypheus do it? What would you rather? Oh, we'll just put everything back to the way it was.
I'll take a breath, see where things went wrong, and then try again.
Just like that.
If we don't keep trying, we'll never get it right.
You're right. Thank you.
For what?
You have not been what I expected, Inquisitor. You have impressed me. You have offered hope. That if one keeps trying, even if the consequences are grave, that someday things will be better. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power, that at least we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
You're being grim and fatalistic in the hope of getting me into bed, aren't you?
I am grim and fatalistic. Getting you into bed is just an enjoyable side benefit. Come with me, Vanan.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. All right, fuck. I didn't think we was actually going to do it. Okay. Everybody relax. Fuck. Okay. Shit. I just thought it was going to be a funny line. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I keep just making jokes, man. And then I get kissed. At least this is my actual proper romance this time instead of Anders.
The veil is thin here. Can you feel it on your skin, tingling? I was trying to determine some way to show you what you mean to me.
Okay, where are we?
I'm listening, and I can offer a few suggestions.
I shall bear that in mind. For now, the best gift I can offer is the truth. You are unique. In all Thedas, I never expected to find someone who could draw my attention from the Fade. You have become important to me. More important than I could have imagined.
Okay. He's like, I stopped dreaming and I saw you, baby. Imagine after all of that being like, no.
As you are to me.
Then what I must tell you, the truth. Your face, the Valasleen. In my journeys in the Fade, I have seen things. I have discovered what those marks mean.
They honor the Elven gods.
No, they are slave markings. Or at least they were in the time of ancient Alathan.
Oh. Okay, wait. You're taking me on a date and you're telling me that I'm a slave. Hello, wait a second. He's dropping some ancient lore on me. Huh. In the time of ancient Alathan, they were slave markings.
My clan's keeper said they honored the gods. These are their symbols.
Yes, that's right. A noble would mark his slaves to honor the god he worshipped. After Alathan fell, the Dalish forgot.
Oh man, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, like markings to honor their gods, their masters. Oh wow, that just went really dark. I remember when I said good luck kiss, Solas? That didn't mean, hey, by the way, your markings mean you're a slave. That's not romantic.
So this is... what? Just one more thing the Dalish got wrong?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
We try to preserve our culture. And this is what we keep? Relics of a time when we were no better than Tevinter.
Don't say that. For all they got wrong, the Dalish did one thing right. They made you.
Duh.
I didn't tell you this to hurt you. If you like, I know a spell. I can remove the Valasleen.
Wow. Also, that's so weird. Yeah, look, the Dalish kind of suck, but you're okay. Man, if you weren't an elf, we would not be romancing. I'll tell you that much. It's your pointy ears. That's what I'm attracted to. And your big mega mind. Not the way that you view me. Absolutely. That is conflicting. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. Is that true? I mean, I'm inclined to believe it, right? Oh, that's so sad. Just that line of being no better than Tevinter. Wow, and it's also valid too, because it's like, this is my, this is my upbringing, this is my history, this is my birthright. But then when you go back far enough, it's different. It's wrong. It's so interesting. how to view this scenario. It's crazy. And this is just like one of those things where it's like, you know, the ancient elven history that's all been lost, that Mr. Dreamer over here can apparently go and like see. Tell him to forget the past. But also, I want to know what happens if I say I'm not sure.
These marks have been part of me for so long. I don't know if...
I'm so sorry for causing you pain. It was selfish of me. I look at you and I see what you truly are. And you deserve better than what those cruel marks represent.
Oh. Wow. Okay. You deserve better than what those cruel marks represent. I think it's interesting. Like, if he's telling the truth, this is really tough.
Then cast your spell. Take the Valasleen away.
Sit.
What I didn't tell you is a love spell. But Solas, I'm already in love with your brain. Will this remove my facial tattoos that I gave my character? Oh, it does! Holy shit! That's so cool.
Alasa Malarevas. You are free.
Wow. Huh.
You are so beautiful.
Why are you looking at me like that?
And I am sorry. I distracted you from your duty. It will never happen again.
Huh? Huh? What the fuck? What are you saying? You just removed my ancient tattoos? And you kiss me? And then, what are you saying?
Wait. What?
Yeah, what?
You bring me here. Take the Valasleen from my face, and now you just end it.
I'm sorry. I never wanted to hurt you.
What the fuck? I just got fucking dumped by a man. Old men are the same. What the fuck? This is so funny. What? Oh, this is gonna be fucking awkward from now on. I don't know what to say. He removed my tattoos, dude. Like, he fucking permanently changed me. And then he dumped me right after. What? Like, he's like, oh man, you're pretty ugly with those tattoos, because you know what that means, right? But I can remove it. You could be beautiful, baby. By the way, you are dumped like if you cry 5 ever. What? It is 1 in the morning and I've just been dumped by an elf. And he's bald, like me. I just got dumped by a bald man. Unbelievable. You're supposed to be the best of us. Oh. I need to walk away. I don't want to do this right now. I don't even know what to say. I want to be angry about it. But also I don't, but I'm just so confused.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Sassy queen.
I will see you back at Skyhold.
Oh, what? Look at him walking away like a sad guy. You did this. He's walking away like sulking. What the fuck? What the fuck? Excuse me? Fucking excuse me? I'll see you back at Skyhold. I've got to collect my things. Well, that's a waste of a romance. That's not romantic at all. I was rubbing his head for good luck for the Elven lore. He says, "Hey, babe, your tattoos kind of suck. Mind if I remove them?" I let him do it, and he kisses me and dumps me. He's like the bastard that, like, he'll, like, sleep with you, and then he'll break up with you the next morning because he just wanted one last fuck. Like, what the fuck? I'm going through all of the stages of grief right now. And I'm in my angry phase. Oh. I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't even know that they could do that. I didn't even know that they had put in the ability to get broken up with. Is this the first instance of a BioWare romance where, like, they dump you even when you haven't done anything wrong? What the fuck? I don't even know what to say to that. Fuck, I should have romanced Josephine. I should have ridden the Iron Bull. I should have gone with my heart, not with my brain. I romanced him for the brain. My heart wanted Josephine. Oh my goodness. Oh. I will see you back at Skyhold, he says. And then he walks away. Like, he just goes, ooh. Like, he's the one that's, like, hard done by. Like, he's the one who's upset. You bastard, where are you? Can I just walk up here and go, what? Just slap him across the face. Slap him.
Inquisitor, how may I help you prepare for our final battle?
You used to call me Vanan. You douchebag. I wish that we could just slap him across the face. You fuck.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shira.
Fucking scumbag. I need a break. I need a goddamn break. I can't believe that. You painted all of this for me. But it wasn't for me, was it? It was for you. Oh, my dear lord. At least I completed my Scattered in Skyhold quest. Oh, I was about to yell an obscenity. All right. I'm going to sit here and think about that.
Should I put my boots on in a certain order?
Oh, I hate that.
Make a be with.
What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? All right, I'm going to go take a breather. I'll be back in 6 years when I return to this game because I just got with. The fuck? All right, I had a break. And by break, I went to sleep. And it's a brand new day because I just needed to... walk away and process the fact that I just got broken up with in a video game. And we can now go back and continue our Skyhold rounds. So we're going to talk to everyone, see what they have to say, see if there are any new cutscenes or dialogue together before we move on.
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
Become legend, Guardian.
I couldn't have come this far without the Inquisition at my back.
And there is the modesty people respect. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
You've always been there for us, Josephine. And for me.
It means much to hear you say that. Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
Everyone's given me like the final farewells. Everyone's like, good luck. Hope you don't die.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, Oh! Forgive my surprise. Your face is... I thought those markings were permanent.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's actually getting addressed within the game as well.
Solas could tell you all about it.
I'm sure. Perhaps we could talk of other things then. Yes?
That's a soft spot.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
The Navarran minister was greatly impressed during his visit. Considering I've never seen him smile before, we should consider it a coup.
What brightened the minister's spirits?
I believe he finds something romantic about our attempt to slay Corypheus' dragon.
He's more impressed by a dragon than the ancient Darkspawn controlling it.
It holds a certain cachet for Navarrans. Their legends are full of heroic dragon slayers. Cassandra's family features heavily in them.
Cool. Okay, they will mention our markings. The Velasline that has been removed by our ex-boyfriend.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. We went to an Elven rune, so a witch could consume a pool of magical goo and then walked through a mirror, and wound up back here. Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy? I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
I miss Varric. We haven't had him in our party for anything significant in a while. And like I said, that's because I was like, I thought that he would be one of my mainstays because I love him. But then Cole is just so much more interesting as the rogue slot. Which is unfortunate. He just has so much more that I'm like after. As soon as I bring Varric along, I feel at ease. I feel at peace. I'm like, because he's going to say something and I'm going to smile. But Cole says something and I go, what? What are you saying? You know what I mean?
Carry on.
What can I do for you, your inquisitorialness?
Okay.
Carry on.
I also find that Varric has the least amount of like new dialogue or like pieces to talk to him about, which is kind of unfortunate. He doesn't really have anything there. And Solas too, because outside of cutscenes, he's just like, it's just like, tell me about Corn Phallic, you know?
Inquisitor,
I need to know more about Corypheus.
you have waylaid all his other plans. Now, as a petulant child, he will destroy the game board rather than admit defeat. Be ready for anything. He still believes himself a god, and gods do not fall gracefully.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shirar.
Awkward. All right, let's go talk to the rest of the crew. And we're not going to forget anyone this time. Ooh, I wonder if I can properly read. Can I read these books finally? Jesus Christ. I still can't read those books. Unbelievable. What must I do?
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
How does this relate to the Elven Temple?
You encountered ancient elves. A piece of history. Something the Imperium didn't destroy. Maybe my people can atone for what we've done. There is something still left to restore. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds, so can I.
Inspired. Okay. Pretty good.
Someone with your impeccable taste could transform Tevinter.
I hope you're right. You usually are. It might surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me. You're shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Respectable. I like that a lot. Also, just the fact that the audio balancing in this game for companions is so interestingly terrible. Like, Varric is so quiet when he speaks for some reason, but Dorian's like, I have a booming voice that echoes through all of Tevinter. It's very interesting how they choose to do that. Varric is just, he's always been quite quiet when you talk to him.
Here we are again.
That's enough.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
Most are pleased with the Alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
I'll leave you to it.
I'll leave you to it.
So much lore, so much information.
Me playing Dragon Age is literally me.
If you require any assistance.
I expected ruins.
They were. As you see, the Inquisition has not been idle.
Would it be possible to meet the Herald before we return to Ghislaine?
My dear Laurent, for you, anything.
Oh. Inquisitor dear, get over here, please. Come here, darling.
Allow me to present Inquisitor Llewellyn.
Your worship, you do us great honor.
Inquisitor, this is my dear Bastien's sister, Grand Cleric Marceline, and his son, Duke Laurent of the Council of Heralds.
Madame de Fer has told us what great trials you faced, trying to save my poor brother's life.
The Maker called my father to his side. It was valiant of you to champion him in his final hours.
If only I'd been able to save Bastien.
The Circle of Magi told Bastien many years ago that his illness was incurable. It was simply his time.
Would you mind waiting for me in the chapel, my dears? The Inquisitor and I have business to discuss.
It has been our very great pleasure, Herald.
Oh.
So you've met the family now, and made a good impression in spite of yourself. Well done.
Oui, oui. Ho, ho. You fuck. You spoke highly of me. God damn it. I was gonna say, like, we did get a few, like, consistent approvals with Vivian for a while, so I was hoping she'd start being nicer, but then we also got another greatly disapproves when we allowed Morrigan to drink the juice. So that's great.
Wait, You talked them into supporting the Inquisition.
Of course I did, my dear. Properly worded, the righteous cause of the Inquisition can be used to great effect with my Bastien's deeply pious relations. With Bastien's loss, I have connections to the Council of Heralds and the highest levels of the Chantry, all thanks to you.
You always get what you want, don't you? No matter who you have to step over.
Of course I do, Inquisitor. I play the game to win. Well, I can't keep Marceline and Laurent waiting. Thank you so much for your cooperation, Inquisitor. I could never have done this without your help.
I hate the game, dude. Like, I honestly think that I just hate it. Because it goes against everything that I am. Like, fuck the game. I hate it. Like, whatever, I'm just playing the game. Well, fuck you. Like, it makes me mad at this point, right? Just like, fuck off with your stupid game bullshit. Like, frustrating. It's just a bunch of rich people being like, oh, I'm going to be coy about my true intentions because of the game.
Yes?
Yes.
I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
Why don't you tell me more about your Duke?
Bastien was the leader of the Council of Heralds. The only person who could bring that rabble into line. He could charm a bird out of its feathers, and frequently did. I remember once, he broke up a fight between Prosper de Montfort and the Dowager with a joke and a glass of wine. Oh, Bastien. I'm sorry, my dear. I don't think I can discuss this.
We'll give you your time to grieve because I'm nice and you're not. All right, let's go talk to Liliana. I already completed this quest, but you can still take the books. That's really strange. I've also got to do the operation to get Samson back so we can judge him. I forgot to do that. So we'll do that once we work our way down. Now, the really confusing part is these never go away. Yeah, we've definitely read that. This is really strange how these ones don't go away. So it always confuses me after some time has passed. They just always stay available to be examined. This is a copy of Skyhold book, though.
I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me. Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
Oh. I've already supported Cassandra, haven't I? And I've done the operation to support her as well.
If you were divine, what would you do?
Change things. Change everything. Your support of the Mage Rebellion was a good start. We must build on this. No more circles. The mages will be free. The Chantry will accept them as the Maker's children. In fact, it will accept everyone. Elves, dwarves, even Canary. Why exclude them? The Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
Oh, okay. Is it too late to support that? I don't know what would happen because we've already supported Cassandra. Interesting. I liked both of their takes. I don't know what happens if we pick this, though. Does it cancel out the Cassandra option? I think both of them have good ideals and what they want to do. It seems that, like, we've got, like, Cullen's idea is similar with Vivian's, except I think that, like, I might have misinterpreted, but it feels like Vivian wants things to be exactly the same as they were. Cullen wanted it to be a little bit different, I think. And then I really like Leniana's point of having them all be, everyone just being world peace. and Cassandra wanting to do some changes as well, while also wanting to rebuild the Seekers. Fuck it, I support all my queens. We'll support Cassandra and Liliana, but I don't know how that works. I wonder if it overwrites our previous choice or whether this is just cancelled out because we've already done the Cassandra operation.
I think you would make a good divine.
I am glad to hear it. Your support may persuade the Grand Clerics to vote in my favor. The Chantry was a beacon of hope to me once, you know. In my years at Lothering's Chantry, we turned no one away from our doors. It was a refuge, a place of peace. I felt the Maker's presence and his love even when they told me he'd left us. This is the Chantry I know, the Chantry I wish the world to see.
I like that. And I think that's kind of unfortunate that the Cassandra stuff really seems to like domino effect really quickly, and we'd already made all those choices before we did Liliana's stuff. I kind of have a little bit of a regret now that we weren't able to have both sides before making a decision. But also there isn't like an option for us to say, you know, not make a choice, I guess, at this point in time. You know, how we go, I support you. There isn't like, oh, let me think about it. You know what I mean? Because as a blind playthrough and a blind player going into this, obviously I don't know what conversations are going to happen. So this is just an unfortunate circumstance of supporting one character quite early before the other one even has a chance to be like, this is what I want to do. And I'm like, oh yeah, I already made my choice. So maybe what happens is if you support both, you unlock the operations and then you choose which operation to do, perhaps. Because we've already done Cassandra's one, I guess we'll find out what actually happens. But at the very least, I like both perspectives that they have. Really interesting, the inclusivity of the Canary, because that's going to be a big old challenge. But that would also be like allying with the Canary, which I just don't see them doing. And then meanwhile, they'd have that might be another way to gain an ally through them against Tevinter, in the same way that that mission on the Storm Coast was an opportunity to ally with them. But the bull is now a Talvashoth because of that.
The world could certainly use the force for good you describe.
Yes, the Chantry should be a force for good instead of what it is. The Chantry dictated where it should have inspired. It spoke of judgment instead of acceptance. It should encourage the good in everyone, rather than rebuke us for our sins. No one should be turned away from our doors. No one is without worth. Whoever you are, whatever your mistakes, you are loved, unconditionally. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame.
The Canticle of Threadines. Nice. Okay, I like that, but that's really unfortunate. Yeah, it doesn't unlock an operation. Sorry, Liliana. I've already given my support to Cassandra, but I think you'll both do great.
So if we kill Corypheus, he has the power to move from one tainted creature into another? What we will learn next? That he can command the sun to rise or the seas to burn?
No matter how powerful he is, there's a way to defeat him, and we'll find it.
I hope you're right. I have researchers scouring the Temple of Mythol as we speak. I hope that their search turns up something we can use. Ancient magic, perhaps. Something even Corypheus missed. Anything to give us an edge.
Anything I should know?
It's been a long road, but we're nearing the end. With Samson gone, the Red Templars are scrambling.
Liliana looks into the camera and says, it's been a long road, but we're nearing the end. I know you've been doing a lot of missions. And you haven't even gone to the Hissing Wastes yet.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work.
Morrigan seems pleased with herself for some reason. That smug face. She becomes more and more like her mother each day. Don't tell her I said that.
Rude! Also, acknowledgement. And to clarify, retroactively, I can see that Liliana has made some references to Morrigan, before her reveal, but like her actually naming Morrigan and maybe having some communication is something that I would like, because it's like some Dragon Age Origins connective tissue. They fought the Blight together, you know?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your work.
Morrigan's smug face. Well, she did drink the bath water, so Liliana's probably not too happy about that either.
At your service, my lady.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
Just seeing if she had anything else to say. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to head to the operation table anyway, because we've got to do the Samson thing, but I think we have missed out on our opportunity to support Liliana as the Divine, because we've already cast it in our vote as for Cassandra. But, you know, the thought is what counts, right? We said that she'd make a great Divine. Meanwhile, she watched me at the war table like a few episodes ago going, yes, Cassandra. That's the one. Okay. Research the Well of Sorrows. Oh, research the Well of Sorrows. Nice to bring Samson to Skyhold for judgment. Yeah, that's it. So no supporting Liliana for the Divine. Inquisitor. When Corypheus rushed from the temple for Mythal, he left his general for dead. My soldiers and I captured Samson with ease, given that he was still unconscious from your fight. While it will take the army some time to return from the wilds, we can expedite Samson's return in order to put him on trial. If you've no objections, I would be present for his judgment. True. Keep him unconscious with sleeping drafts while we transport him, armed escort, guarded in a wagon, and Orlesian allies, okay? And then research the Well of Sorrows was constructed in unspeakably ancient times. There may be slivers of information left in Elven legends or crumbling papers in far-flung libraries. Send people to research how ancient elves made this strange artifact. The university in Valrio could look into it for us.
Pouring in from all corners. Congratulations, pledges of loyalty, conversions to Andraste.
All premature until we deal with Corypheus.
Okay, so oldest human records on magic be found in Tevinter, scholars to visit Minrathus's archives, universities in Valrio, and the Seekers have written treatises on forbidden magic for ages. Cassandra could point us to some of their findings. Ooh, these are all really interesting pathways. So Tevinter, upon talking with Dorian, talks about how there were still ancient elves active. Like, I don't think they knew about that place. So I don't think that the Tevinter universities or resources would know about it. Valrio, I don't know. But this one is kind of cool. The Seekers have written treatises on forbidden magic. Cassandra could point us to some of their findings. I kind of like that one.
Inquisitor.
So I'll do that. I don't know if we are going to have the same outcome, but I don't know. I get immersed in my choices. I want to pick the one that fits the most.
Let's see what we have.
And then we'll make that guy sleepy. All right, there we go. So we'll check back in like 20 minutes or so and have those bad boys be done. At least they don't take 37 hours. So those are now in progress. Yeah, I think now with like the context of hearing Liliana and Cassandra out, a little bit swayed with my opinion, but unfortunately, Inquisitor. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the blind playthrough, right? We can't always have everything done perfectly. It'll be a little bit messy, but we do our best, you know? We do our best. I thought Bull wasn't there for a second.
Most of the charges are still at the Temple of Mythal. I'm Mr. Crazy Fine.
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the charges?
A few Orlesian nobles didn't like how things ended at the Winter Palace. They're not rebelling outright, but they've brought in mercenary companies in preparation. The charges have a good reputation. If we go in, we can buy the companies out from underneath them. The nobles will lose the men they meant for causing trouble, and the Inquisition gets some fresh blood.
I forgot to check in with Krem after main missions for new operations.
Can we talk about the Bull's charges?
Certainly. What can I tell you?
Have you had any other interesting jobs?
We went up against Gatla's giants in Ferelden. Not actual giants, but big guys, all wearing a dragon's weight in armor. Might as well be fighting golems. The chief challenged Gatla himself to a single combat. Gatla laughed and called him a horned savage. The chief broke a dam and flooded the valley. Last we saw of Gatla was a bunch of bubbles as we swam away.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
Inquisitor?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers?
Most of our people were at the Temple of Mythal. I've still got a few, though. Men who are recovering from wounds. I can send them around to rattle swords, wave flags, and look a lot larger than they are. It'll mess with enemy estimates of our numbers, so no one thinks Skyhold is undermanned.
Nice, there we go. Another operation.
I wanted to talk about you, if that's all right.
You know, I'm from Tevinter. Wasn't a slave, but even citizens have it rough if they're not mages. I was a soldier, but women joined the ranks under a different program. When they found out I was passing, it got ugly. I ran, met Bull near the border, and ended up here. Not a life I'd wish on everyone, but it'll do.
What's Tevinter like for a citizen? Someone who isn't a slave or a mage?
I'm of the Separati, citizens who aren't mages. Mages are in charge and everyone knows it. But a wealthy merchant can have an easy life. At the low end, people just try to stay out of slavery. My father was a tailor. I joined the army after the Imperial slaves drove him under.
You said you left Tevinter when they discovered your secret.
Women are allowed to serve, but only in certain ranks and disciplines. I was up for promotion, but the healer I'd bribed to sign off on my physical had to tend to a sick magister. When the replacement healer saw what was or wasn't in my paths, he made threats. It was slavery or death, so I knocked him out and ran.
Nice. I love the instrumental of Sera's song. It's one of the more catchy ones. Very cool.
It's against the law to pass as a man.
It's a crime to lie on an Imperial application for service. Would have been a heavy fine or slavery. For 10 silvers, the healer said he'd tell the Tribune I was sick in the head. Some pity for the mad little girl. That was when I hit him. I'd served for a few years. I was good at hitting.
Nice.
I'm surprised you escaped from the Tevinter Imperium so easily.
It's not like I lived in Minrathous. I was in Trevis, not far from the Navaran border. It helped that I was being chased as a deserter, not a runaway slave. Slave hunters only get paid for what they catch. They're efficient bastards.
Why did you decide to live as a man?
I didn't decide anything. I've been like this my whole life. My parents wanted me to marry up. They tried to find me a nice merchant's son. Every day, put on a dress, look into my father's shaving mirror, and just hate myself.
I love Krem's story. And I like Dorian's story as well. I love how both of them have broken free from the chains of Tevinter in their own ways. Oh, this is like asking to like change into a man with magic. Transitioning in the Dragon Age universe, you could do it with magic.
If you had the chance to use magic, would you change all the way?
What? No. I don't want any magic like that within 10 yards of my body. When I was younger, I don't know. Everyone has silly dreams. In Tevinter, dreams like that get you killed. Bull helped me make a good life. Nice armor and a well-placed sock, and I'm happy.
Nice.
How did your family react when you started?
My mother wanted to throw me out. She said if I didn't marry well, I was dooming the family to slavery. She was happy to take the money I set as a soldier, though. Not that it mattered in the end. My father. When I was little, he'd angle his mirror down so I could pretend to shave, just like him. He never said anything, but I think he knew.
Supportive father, but like silent. That's kind of nice.
We'll talk later.
Maybe supportive father, I'm not sure. Like, kind of, but like, at the same time, forced to kind of do the social constructs of Tevinter. Ooh, does this one played before? Oh my god, she's so impressive. Look at her play with her without her instrument.
Left on fire.
She's playing the invisible instrument. All of the songs are amazing. I don't know how much we've got. Oh, also, this is just updated research. What is it? Tales, right? So we're missing... There's a lot, but I mean, there's a lot that are not songs, too. I'm not sure where all the songs are located. I think they're all here. No, it's all mixed up. I don't know how many songs we've got left. If any.
So to kill Corypheus, all we have to do is kill his dragon first?
I want to be there.
That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
We need to bring Bull for the dragon. But then I've also got Cassandra with the dragon damage weapon.
I've been waiting for the chance to pay that bastard back.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. How you doing?
How you doing?
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Still waiting for Iron Bull's pull-ups.
It was too fortified. We were ready to walk away, then up comes the Charger saying it's taken care of.
Ooh.
Oh, hi you. Strange days, right? Weird elves and Morrigan going wading. Better her than you. Glad to be back where things make sense after the demon-worshipping lies of Mythal. When do we go after What's-His-Lumps?
What's-His-Lumps?
You seem pretty certain. You don't believe anything from Mythal.
Course not. What, I should believe all that stuff? Because elves? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
She's giving us a very serious take. This is very important for Sera. She's giving us a very important take, which is very cool. And like, something I really love and appreciate about Inquisition is it's really diving into the past, right? It's really putting a spotlight on like all of these gods and myths and legends and what actually happened. Like, this is the game where it's like digging into that stuff. It's still big question marks on everything, but it is really trying to like view that stuff in a critical light. Dragon Age Origins is like, we're in this world, we're living it, baby. Here's the established lore, the chantry, the chant, all of that kind of stuff. This is how things are. Dragon Age 2 is doing its own thing. And then Dragon Age Inquisition is like, let's like look at this shit. What the fuck is going on? Because we've got like Tevinter Magisters, we've got Corypheo coming in from Legacy, and these big revelations about the past and the Maker and stuff like that. But then it's also this game is now casting doubt on like, who are the gods really? Just higher beings in power, you know? It's very, very cool. And higher beings in power is not what Sera likes. She's like fascinating, her character arc and how I view this character. It's so incredible. You trust BioWare and also Dragon Age to give you a character that is super annoying at first glance, and then you dig deeper and you're like, okay, there's something really cool here. And the same can be said for so many characters that rub you the wrong way or even rub you the right way, and then you just watch it shift. Like, I don't think, like, I haven't really played a game series outside of BioWare that's really made me feel so strongly for my companions on multiple levels, and that's so incredible. Everyone just feels so real, and And the same can be said for other BioWare experiences as well, and even Obsidian with Knights of the Old Republic 2.
There's so much history there. What if some of it is true?
No, now you're stupid. You can't think that because it's stupid.
But everything we saw.
Why believe it? Because Abalas looked weird? If that's all it takes, Cariffi's shitheel is full of lumpy truth. I get it. You're an elf. Be all elfy. But this? You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
It's not as if it matters what I believe. I've already denied being the herald.
Not for me to say, yeah. Just saying. Anyway, believe what you want. So long as we kill Cariffi fish. Whatever.
Hey. It's like, I don't believe that it's all lies, but I don't believe that it's all truths either. So I do stand by my response of what if some of it is true? Because there's always a little bit of truth in legends, you know, to some extent.
So what's going on with your face? You go off with Solas and now your elfie dealies are gone.
They weren't what I thought. Originally, they were slave markings. Solas told me how they were misinterpreted. The meaning changed. What are you laughing about?
The Dalish, they don't know anything. I mean, you know now, but they put on all this real elf stuff, and I knew it. It's all just fancy dress. Nobody knows anything about real elves, except they're gone.
Ah, it's so sad. Like, it really is so sad, because it's like the Dalish gave new meaning to those markings, you know? And they wear it with, you know, I guess a sense of maybe like pride, or like they wear it with a sense of meaning and value. It means a lot to them now. Like I guess, because they don't know what it's actually for, they've like transformed and repurposed what they mean for themselves, and that's important. But then at the same time, obviously, that ancient knowledge is still bouncing around in some people's heads, apparently, and the true meaning is not lost on them. And I think it's really tough with that in mind. It's like this really harsh, like, revelation or truth that it's like, these are slave markings, but then the Dalish don't know that, and they think it's something good, and things can change over time, and things can mean different things over time. I still feel like I made a correct choice for myself, but I can also sort of empathize. Oh God, I can't speak. Empathize and sort of understand if there are people that maybe keep the markings for what they've been like repurposed as, especially because so much of that ancient elvish history is gone and lost to time, or guarded by sentinels that don't wish to give up any secrets because they don't view anything outside of themselves as true elves. And this is one of the greatest things, not only in this game, but this also connects to our society and humanity as a whole, is there's so much infighting, and there's so much like disconnection between groups who should be on the same side or should come together for a greater purpose. Is these groups go, no, you're like this and I don't like that. And even though we should be on the same side, have the same sort of ideals, like there are people fighting each other all the time. And then while those groups fight each other, the ones in power that already have control are free to do what they want to do because they're keeping the other people distracted by fighting each other. And it's so annoying, not like a bad annoying, but it's annoying to look at that and be like, oh, if you guys just fucking got along, like it would be different. It would be different, you know? But that's a rant for another day. But it is like that, you know? It is like that.
A mistake doesn't mean it's worthless. We can remember, but also choose to grow.
There's that we stuff again. We means us against them. But I like them. All those faces. That's just funny.
I don't like her laughing about it, because it's just like it's sad. Like, they don't know any better. And I don't really... Those are the times where I don't really like how Sera will view like elves, it's just so much like internalized hatred for who you are.
There's you, yes.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again with your people. Right, which ones?
Can we actually ask about... Okay, we can ask about Blackwall again now. Now remember, when he was gone, we weren't able to ask about him because this is what I was curious about. But now that he's back, I wonder if this is now updated. So I just want to check this with people as well. I should go back and ask Josephine too.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
Right, Warden. Good liar, that one. Should give lessons. Suppose he kind of did. Soldiers do nasty shit. Still kind of like him, though. Proper sorry, him.
What about Solas?
I've seen how you look at him. You're in it. Bet he calls out Elven glory when he does it.
Oh, man. Okay. All good.
What about Cole?
I'm not saying nothing about that. That thing is just wrong.
She still has the same opinion.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check back in with Josephine. And who else is there that we can ask about other people? We can ask Blackwall about other people, but that doesn't really work.
I hope it's not me.
Corypheus died, and then he didn't. That's why he always felt wrong, like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
It's hard for any of us to make sense of. Corypheus is using ancient magic.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not... Could I have saved the real Cole?
Oh, okay, I see this train of thought. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because it's a little bit different. You know, there's dark magic at play here. The real Cole was like... I mean...
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
It gnawed at me, hooks in the hollows, pain of not knowing like the knot in his belly. But that is a hurt, and hurts can heal. I can heal. Forget.
Cole? Cole, are you...
You may still use that name, if you like. I am here to help you.
Huh. He just deleted everything that he knows about Cole from himself? The world just went, ah! Change. He just forgot about Cole in order to not carry that hurt with him, right? He forgot. Because you know how, like, Cole makes people forget whether he helped them or anything. He just made himself forget in order to not hurt anymore. Which is also sad.
What did I tell you?
But now we can use, he's like, you can still use that name.
He meant to watch forever. He called himself Sorrow.
So that's about Abalas.
So, Cole.
Man, we really keep going for the cheese and mint, huh?
Someone stole an entire cheese wheel.
Mice like cheese.
Do my...
That was for the cats.
Why are we stuck on this one?
Mint makes the cats dance and play.
Let's talk...
All right.
So, Cole. I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
We're stuck with the cheese and mint. As soon as you leave the room, cuts off. All right, we'll talk to Cass.
Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The Archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
We'll deal with whatever he throws at us.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. He is powerful, and you have yet to fight him one-on-one. But he will come. You will get your chance.
It wouldn't be any fun if all this was over so soon.
Corypheus believes himself a god. Pride alone demands he not slink off into the shadows. I have faith you will be victorious even so. Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, a valued friend, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
You'll be the next divine, I assume.
That has not happened yet.
But it may.
If the Maker wills it, then yes, I will answer his call. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter. You have come far, my friend. It has been an honor.
What an interesting change-up. Remember when Cassandra wanted to, like, gut me like a fish when we first met? Oh, I really love it when the characters just teleport me to the other side of the world. Where am I? Oh, cool. I'm near Blackwall. Is Blackwall here? Ah! Blackwall, sorry to drop in on you like this.
Perhaps it's a good thing I'm not a real warden.
Oh, because he's thinking about, like, the wardens at Adamant.
It's a blessing. Warden or not, I'd hate to be on the other side of your blade.
Going up against a darkspawn, and the last thing you want is a Grey Warden. Funny how these things happen.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Don't play
I knew it!
You've been warned.
Oh my god, I knew that he would say that. I knew that, fucking hell. I knew that that was going to be the first thing out of his mouth. Unbelievable. As soon as I clicked it, I remembered that it was randomized, and I went, oh my god, he's going to say don't play Diamondback with Solas. Just because we can't play Diamondback with him doesn't mean he can't be invited to the Wicked Grace table.
What do you think allowed the triumph of the temple?
Blackwall.
One of our own entered.
God fucking damn it.
It's good to see you.
Do you have any advice for me?
Find Corypheus. If he vanishes, he will only rebuild his power and come at us again. And he will come. Whatever mad play the Magister has in mind, you star as his nemesis. I shudder to think what a creature like that could concoct next, given the time.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Cool. Alright. Time to go check in with Cullen, I guess. So Blackwall has the least, unfortunately. He's just chilling. Yeah. So it's just Cullen. And then we'll go back to Josephine and ask what she thinks about Blackwall, because that should be an updated little Tom Rainier piece. And then that's our little check-in with Skyhold done, which is nice. And then we can check on those operations that we've done, because those are now complete.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide.
I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you?
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
I'm glad you haven't lost your faith.
I've questioned it at times, but I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
Unless he gets bored and surrenders. Any chance of that?
I doubt it.
I think we've read this before, because I think I know where this room is. Yeah, this is the garden. Oh, Harry Potter. Okay.
I heard reports of the events at the Temple of Mathal, Inquisitor. It sounds magnificent. I hope we can explore it fully once Corypheus is defeated.
How wild of Mother Giselle to be in this game and be like the annoying voice, and then just to immediately just be disgusted by her character, like with how she treated the whole Dorian situation. Like, I still haven't forgotten that. And then once we deal with it, she still comes back to go and talk to Dorian directly. I'm like, eh. And then I've put her out of my mind ever since that happened.
I didn't expect a Chantry Mother to be interested in exploring an elven god's temple.
Whether your gods are myths or aspects of the Maker, they are worth studying. Whatever we find will help us better understand our world and our Maker. No believer should fear the truth. But of course, all that must wait until Corypheus himself is defeated. Was there anything else, Inquisitor?
Farewell.
Farewell.
Okay. The gardens where we just have people chilling. Oh, guys, I should collect my elf fruit. Collect my stuff. Please. Yeah, my high tier herbs. Let's go. I really haven't bothered with this. And fair enough, to be honest. Okay, so I guess Kieran would be here too. We don't want to talk to Morrigan, because that's going to initiate a quest line. Will it happen if we open the door? I'm just going to quick save. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, Liliana's here. Oh, we'll be going through the Alluvian. Okay. And Liliana is in 2 places at once, which is really interesting. Cool. We'll ignore that. As much as I want to do that so badly. It's this really interesting sort of experience, right? That I want to do that so bad, especially with what we've just done. But then there's still so much for us to do. But I've tried my best to like balance out side content and main content, where we've done like a main quest, and then there's like a chunk of side quest stuff, and then a main quest and a chunk of side quest stuff. And given what we know about how we're close to the end of the main quest, I think we've done the best that we could almost, you know? Or maybe we should have just done all of the side quest at the start and then powered through the main quest at the end. I don't even know. But we still do have things to check out. But I think that as far as we know, we've covered most of what we can about Skyhold. We're going to just have a chat to Josephine and check on our operations, and then we can judge Samson.
Yes?
What do the people make?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't opened.
Any thought?
Who did you mean?
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
I never truly met Sir Blackwall, but Tom Rainier hardly sits better on the tongue. How could he have kept up this deception for so long? To what purpose? Really, Inquisitor, I'd rather not think of it.
Okay, makes sense.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
There's a predictable response. It's just like, I can't believe it, you know? Which makes sense. All right, operations. Let's take a look. Inflate Inquisition numbers. So that is, these are Krem's operations as well. Cool. All right, Samson. We have secured Samson in the holding pens, your worship. He's not said much. We'll bring out the villain for judgment at your pleasure. And Inquisitor must take over our investigation into the Well of Sorrows. Dozens of antiquarians and historians are begging us for the results. There have been several attempts to steal our research. While we have nothing conclusive, the research has proven useful in negotiations with interested scholars, so we should guard it accordingly. We got a Sentinel plate. Okay. Cool. Inquisitor, if you believe it would be helpful, I would be pleased to take the bull's charges into Orlais to meet with mercenaries currently serving Orlesian nobles who wish to rebel. A well-placed word from one professional to another could pull the teeth from the enemy and bolster the Inquisition's ranks. A few drops of poison in the right wine glass, and some of these mercenaries will be looking for a new employer. And while the charges lean on the mercenaries, I can lean on the nobles. Between us, we can subvert any possible rebels. I'll go with Josephine because it's Orlesian.
At your service.
I'll trust her expertise with Orlesian matters. And then Inquisitor with most of our forces. Ah, good choice.
No, I'm just waiting, like everyone else.
Not for much longer.
Good choice. Josephine's not doing this one. With most of our forces still returning from the Temple of Mythal, it is important that our enemy not suspect the weakness of our current state. I can take some of the charges on patrol in Inquisition uniforms and create enough of a disturbance to give enemy scouts the impression of a much larger Inquisition force. My scouts have done similar work. They may even be able to ambush enemy forces, and it's a good idea. We don't have the manpower to do much more at the moment. Okay, Liliana.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Done. Lovely. That'll be a few hours. And with that, check in at Skyhold. That's going to be where we bring this episode of Dragon Age Inquisition to a close. So thank you so much for joining me for this Skyhold catch-up. Next time, we'll be going back out into the world and choosing our next destination. We have some things that we can do in previously explored areas, which I might check out. I remember in... which location was it? I think it was the Emerald Graves. There was a location that we discovered. No, we'll check that out. But there was a location we discovered somewhere. I think it might have been this place. There was like a mansion or something, and I said, we'll leave that alone because there'll probably be a quest for it, but then we never got a quest for it. So I think it's that. I can't leave a little marker on it, but I guess we'll do that. So we might check that out next time, and we'll see how we go. Let's have a look at this Sentinel plate real quick, actually. So it's for a... Oh, it's for a mage. Oh, it looks cool, too. That's nice looking. That's a nice looking piece of armor. That looks cool. 230. Might give that to a different one. Very interesting. I don't think he'd like that. What does Vivian look like in it? It's definitely an upgrade. Vivian looks pretty cool in it. And Dorian. Yeah, actually pretty cool. I'm not sure yet, though. We'll see. Regardless, this episode is now over. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time for more open world activities.